What does unity in your home look like? Some think that it looks like one side of a tug-of-war rope, with everyone pulling. So you have one at the front and everyone pulling, all in the exact same line. But is that the correct picture of unity? Perhaps, knowing our congregation, how we read and consume material as we do, which is a good thing to desire to grow and learn. Perhaps you've read something or heard something in the last couple of years that makes sense, but perhaps your spouse or your kids are not fully on board. Now, if you're a husband, husbands have this trump card called submission. And sometimes we play that, but just like with regular cards, that you only have so many trump cards if we're honest. Okay? If everything's about submission, guess what's going to happen? You actually don't have that many cards, you'll discover. Yes, you can use it, but wives also. Wives may not have the submission card, but we all know that wives have ways of reminding their husband when he isn't meeting their / actually God's standard. Sometimes we can get those two confused. I think my standard is God's standard, and I'll pray for you that you conform. But demanding that your spouse and children conform to your recently formed convictions is a key to exasperation and bitterness. It fits the tug-of-war idea, but that puts you on one side and everybody else in your house on the other, which is not a recipe for joy, but rather for going downhill and harming relationships. So how important is it for you to be right? You can win an argument and destroy a relationship all at the same time. Winning debates does not unite a home. You must win your spouse and your children's loyalty. You must win their allegiance to what you believe is right. This requires patience, grace, and humility, and then more patience. Trust God to bring your spouse to your way of seeing things and doing things. Of course, this is when sin is not involved. So if you're, let's say someone in your home is stealing other people's silverware, don't say, well, you need to start tapering off, okay? You don't start tapering off with clear sin, but a lot of things are not clear sin. You're just out of alignment with what I think should be done. Unity is not a tug-of-war with everyone pulling precisely behind you, but unity in a home is much more like a small military unit, working in harmony with different gifts, views, and abilities, all pursuing the same objective, but you probably don't see a lot of actual in combat. You don't see all the soldiers walking in a single file line, right? Well, it's not that way in spiritual combat either. So practice Catholicity in your home. Don't force conformity, but love everyone else to your views. And perhaps as you are walking in a good and a strong and a godly way, and you're working with your family, perhaps the Lord will also work in you to display and to accomplish what He desires. But trust the Lord to work, and don't feel like you must do His work for Him.